Right. Josie changes. So I think season 2's coming out in like a day or two. I don't know, maybe 2 days, 3 days. And patch notes just got released. Thought I may as well go through them. Now the first one is a rage art, and people sort of skipped over this one, and it's actually really important. So the opponent recovery decreased on hit by 6 frames. Hang on, let me fix my bloody earphones. My cords are all tangled. So, this is a big one, especially for me, because I use this all the time. At the moment, when you do rage art at the wall, specifically at the wall, you get this really good Oki setup. So that, for some reason, went off axis. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'll do it further away. But the gist of it is that if you push someone into the wall with your rage art, you get this really, really good Oki situation. I can't do it. But that's okay. If I get her to follow me. Standard and approach. Yeah, so... The point is, you get a really, really good Oki situation if they do literally anything other than stay on the ground. Down forward 4 hits. It's still going off axis. I don't know why. Point is, you get the point. Rage art on the wall. Right after, if they do anything, if they side roll, if they attack, if they hold back, if they hold down back, doesn't matter. Whatever they do, as long as it's not that off axis rubbish, you get a free down forward 4, switch 3. And then you can keep going. When it says that the opponent recovery decreases on hit by 6 frames, that is not going to be the case anymore. So here, maybe if I go in the corner, I can demonstrate it. Oh, hello, Grain Maiden. Something like this. I actually get this really often in match. Yeah, right here. This is perfect. So it doesn't matter what the hell she does. She gets hit by it. Switch 3 is safe. No, if it hits them grounded, then that is fine. If it hits grounded, you just get down forward 4, switch 3. But it's not really safe, because if they stay up, they can then crouch. Get up and crouch. Yeah, like that, basically. And you can keep going like that unless they get up in specific ways. So, pretty sure with the first change, that's not going to be the case anymore. They're going to have 6 extra frames to get up. So that's going to be a problem. The second one. Let me change this so that I can focus on something. There we go. Do that. Whoa. Okay. And do that. Alright, this one. Opponent reaction on counter hit was changed. So that's talking about 1, 2, 3. So I would assume that it is a buff because they don't really get anything at the moment. Like, I think they just hold back on that and you don't get anything, if I recall. Might be wrong on that. Either way, it's not really that useful. I would assume they get some sort of knockdown, possibly, on counter hit, like, oops. Yeah, they can tech this stuff, that's the one. I would like something like that, personally, because then when I'm at the wall, I can just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Would be really, really cheap, and I would love it. But we'll see what happens. Switch 1. Pretty simple. The counter hit launch. Bruce is back too. Yeah, that would be cool, but not gonna happen. That's just damage increase. Let me quickly reset. Oh goodness. Oh shit. That was in the way of that. Okay, I gotta change that later. I'll turn it off for now actually, because that's annoying. Alright. So, we go restart settings, default. So, from Switch 1, you get something like this. You know, maybe 73 damage from that without the wall hits. That's sort of the staple. So you'd probably just get an extra 2 damage on Switch 1 combos, I guess. Whatever. What's this? Overall feeling, Josie got buffed. By the down forward 2 tracking nerf has me nervous. It's a main cool tool to catch SSL. I would disagree with that. SSL against Josie, not good. Good at long range, because her main tools, her main long range tool tracks to her left, so you should be SSLing there. But like, what do you mean SSR? If you mean SSR, that's your best tool. That, and especially if they're gonna go for sidestep attack, which a lot of people do, you just forward, forward, forward. The big one is crouch dash 3. After crouch dash 3, this is turning into a tangent, but that's okay. Let me record and I'll explain what I mean. Repeat, that's the one I'm after. So, something that I used to do all the time, and this worked in 7.0, is just crouch dash 3 into down forward 4 into crouch dash 3 into down forward 4. And you can mix that up with switch 2, etc. But in FR, you can sidestep left. Or sidestep right, sorry. I just mixed it up as well. So you can just immediately just sidestep right, launch, easy. But the two sort of options you have against that are down forward 1, 2. And that catches people that, excuse me. And that catches people that just quickly step and don't do anything, because it just sort of comes out very quickly. They can do a really small step, but they have to be pretty on point with it. But the other thing is that if you do crouch dash 3, forward, forward, 4, a lot of what a lot of people do is that if they expect you to do crouch dash 3, down forward 4, they'll just sidestep attack. In which case, you launch them. So honestly, I don't think that's a big change. What was I actually talking about? Hang on. Mongola, thank you for following. Oh my goodness, another one. I'm just sweating subs right now. Followers. Straw Hat Law, thank you. So yeah, Switch 1, just a straight damage increase, not that big. This one. Switch Dance 3. This is awesome. This is really cheap, actually. Switch 3 is minus 13 right now, which means against a shit ton of characters, it's really dangerous. Really dangerous. Etc. Opponent farther away on block is a bit weird. I don't know why they did that. But, whatever. It might mean that, like, I don't know. Who knows, really? I'm assuming it's some sort of buff. Maybe, like, some random characters, if you space it out really well somehow, they can't punish it. I don't know. The other big one is changed from -2 to -1. That is massive. It's not safe, it's safer. It's just safer. Yeah, safer. Because like I said, with Josie, it's -13, so like Josie can launch it, Kazuya can launch it, who else can? No one else can, I think. I don't know. I don't know. But now it's like characters like yeah, Eddie as well. Eddie can't launch it anyway either now. Yeah, Kazuya. They can't launch it anymore. This needs to stop. Dragunov has to do while standing 4. Yeah, everyone can while standing punish -12, but the punishes that you get from it are much worse. So I think the only character that has a good one is Dragunov. Like, I think his +1/+2, while rising 1/+2 is 12. That's probably one of the best punishes that you can get for it now. But against most characters, it's just going to be a while standing 4, which is nothing. Why is she doing that? Anyway, so that is ridiculously good. Oh, hi, Raven Boy. Yep, most characters can only do while standing 4. I think like Brian can do while standing 3 and shit now as well. This is the same one, 2, 3. Don't know what the change is. This is retarded. Just so you are aware. This change is retarded. This is a 16 frame high homing safe move. She already has a homing safe counter hit launcher, and now she's got 2. Okay. That's gonna be fun. This one. I thought this was already the case. I don't know why. That already works. I don't know what the hell they're talking about, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, that was just a misinput. Yeah, it was just more of a combo tool, but well, maybe that's what it is. I don't know if I'm inputting everything wrong here, or if it's just... no. I don't know what they mean here. That already works. Homing decreased, so... I don't know, if I do like crouch dash 3... into that. I wonder if that hits. It does, yeah. So that's probably not going to work anymore, which is kind of a nerf. Kind of. But to tell you the truth, I didn't do it anyway. I use it as keep out. Yeah, so I can't even sidewalk it right now. Because that's actually really retarded, and I'm ashamed that I didn't know that beforehand. Anyway. Oi, stop. Power Crush, 5 extra damage. It's not too bad, I guess. That's pretty good. Not complaining. Now this one's interesting. I'm really interested to see what this is. Extra damage, so that's on counter hit is 17. No, that's not counter hit, that's rage. Rage is 17. Let me turn rage off. 16 damage, 4 damage increase, and something happens on counter hit. I really doubt it will be launch. That would be stupid. That would be really dumb. I'm guessing it's going to be a hard knockdown. Yeah, like counter hit knockdown, I think. That's my guess. It's only a guess, but I think it makes the most sense. Opponent farther away on block. So, what does this look like on block right now? What do you mean untechable? So that's really close. So maybe like at max range. Maybe you can space it now or something. Like that? I don't know. Maybe characters with bad jabs will have a hard time. The other thing is this big boy. Closer on hit and counter hit. So they don't get knocked back as far if it just normal hits, which means that you have better Oki if you just normal hit it. And closer on counter hit means the combo will be a lot easier, which honestly at the moment I drop it more than the while standing 2-1 combo. which is hilarious because I think it's easier. It's meant to be easier. But yeah, it'll make the pickup a lot easier. There's no word on the patch notes about the like window for you to hit the down 3-4 being decreased so that it's like a more timing based thing. It's just that it's closer, so it should be pretty easy now. So that's funny. I like that. And this one, opponent reaction on hit, mid-air hit. Let me change this. There we go. Opponent reaction on hit, counter hit, mid-air hit, and when hit while downed has been changed. Don't know. We'll find out. That'd be interesting because right now you don't get a combo for any usage of like hitting the last hit. You just get like it's just a wall combo. So don't know. What happens on counter hit again? Because like with Bruce, if you did down back 2-1-4, which was his sort of equivalent to this, and the last hit counter hit, you got like a small combo. I don't know what it looks like in air. Let me like just do that. Yeah, that'll do. So no, that's what it looks like in the air. You get the full string for like 50 damage. What do you mean? What do you just... Is that what you're talking about? No. Because you can't... As far as I know, you can't do the normal combo from that. Because, you know... Come on. This one, you just do that. 2 down 4... okay. Oh my god. I'm gonna fuck this up like 7 times. That doesn't work. Are you sure? Anyway. Don't know what it means. We'll find out. Next one. Whoa. That was the wrong button. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's probably you probably are mixing that up with down forward 144. I don't know. It's trash anyway. Who cares? Active frames increased by 1 frame. That means that once it comes out, it can hit for longer. So if you do it like this and it just hits. What's wrong with the back 1 changes? Changed from -6 to -9 on block. I mean, it makes sense. Why not, right? Because it's just a mix-up between that and like that and that. Opponent closer on hit and block. Oh man. I mean, who's just doing that? I'm not doing that. I'm not just going, yeah, this is my neutral. Yeah. Doesn't matter, honestly, in my opinion. And then it's better on hit. That's cool. Mental frame advantage, that's interesting. You have so many better options to get mental frame advantage, to be honest. Anyway, doesn't matter. In my opinion, it's not a big change. What I'm really interested in is the hitbox being expanded downward. That's weird, and I think it's to do with combos, because this is her wall splat, her wall bounce move now. So maybe they want this to be able to hit in certain combo situations where it currently doesn't. That would be pretty cool. Big damage. That might be a new... I'm assuming so. I mean, there's no big reason to change the height of a hitbox on a high move, other than for combos and to have it not be like crushed. And it's like crushing's not a big thing in this game at the moment, especially compared to Tag 2. So it's like whatever. increases the damage. So that would be a total of 30 damage if you manage to hit that. That may be an interesting homing move, or an interesting tracking move. Let's see. No, never mind. I spoke too soon. It's fine. Opponent reaction changed on hit. What I think, when it says opponent reaction change, I think it's going to change to that. So I think if you can catch them, you can do that, and you'll get a wall splat if they're right next to the wall. In my opinion. And it also appears that the input window changed from 11 frames to 14 frames, I think means you can delay it, because you really can't delay it right now. You just have to do it. So I think, personally, it's probably going to be delayable, which is also cool. Just a safe high that might wall splat. Might be cool. I keep moving the wrong thing. This is the wall bounce move. That's gonna bounce now. This is interesting. Going from there into crouch dash. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not gonna go into crouch dash. And hear me out, because put it this way. I'll get to while standing 2 on at the end, Jack. Oh, Jack quit. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, back one's not 14 frames. Hang on, let me go back to it. So, I'll explain this, and this is important for... Oh god, what have I done? Oh, I've ruined everything. Oh, it's fine. Quiet, dog. This is really messy now, but it's fine. Let's do that. Do that. Do that. Alright. So the big important thing that you need to realize when you're looking at these patch notes is that when they're talking about the startup frames of the first move in a string, they use this. So this has not changed as far as startup. The active frames have changed, but the startup has not changed. When it's talking about this, it's talking about the second move in the string, not the first. So when it says the input window changed from 11 frames to 14 frames, it's saying that the window you have to hit the second hit has increased from 11 to 14. That's how I'm interpreting it, anyway. I don't think it would make much sense to put the startup of this on here. That would be silly. But who knows? Sometimes Bamco is silly. Sometimes everyone is silly. Let me, oh goodness. Alright. Okay. So, back to this. Personally, and I will explain this, personally I think holding forward here will actually go into switch stance. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Don't know. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to option select with Dick Jab. So let me talk about this first. I'm pretty sure this won't go into crouch dash. I'm pretty sure it'll go into switch stance. And the reason I say that, it is only a guess, but the reason I say that is because switch stance is specifically putting her right foot forward. Just like Hwoarang. Right foot forward. Right foot forward. Right foot forward. Right foot forward. All her switch entries are like that. I'm pretty sure it is going to be the only wall bounce at this point. And I think that the mix-up to enter into crouch dash or switch stance, I don't know which one yet, will be a trade-off for it, and I think it will actually be pretty good. So it's kind of a long shot to say that this will go into switch stance, but it kind of makes sense just because it's the right foot, and I think she could then put her right foot forward after she does that knee, which would make sense. And that in itself would be able to stuff Dick Jabs. Yes, I think she'll bring the knee forward and go into switch. That itself would make it better for Dick Jabs, because you could switch one or Dick Jabs, assuming that the frame data is the same, which I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. The The other thing is, I am pretty sure you can't dick jab through back 1, 2, 4, 4. Because dick jabs do not crush from the first frame. Let me do this. So now I'm going to block the first 3 hits. I'm pretty sure it will. I'm pretty sure that's already how it works. So if I block the first 3 hits... Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. It does work. That's dumb. So, honestly, that makes me pretty sure that she will go into switch. Fake news bullshit. Call me crazy, but I'm pretty sure having this as an option select against her only wall bounce move would be retarded. Which makes me think that holding forward on the back 1, 2, 4 will put her in switch stance and will enable her to do switch 1 to stuff dick jabs. Or possibly switch 4 if the frame data is different because it low crushes and it crushes dick jabs. Anyway, moving on. Well, they didn't say that there were any changes to the last hit itself. But who knows? They might have left some things out. Alright. This extra damage, and it comes out slower. So I'm pretty sure it means that the last hit has a longer delay. Because, again, it's the 3rd hit in the string that they're talking about. Because obviously that's not 23. That's not 23. That's 23. Can you low parry after back? I'm pretty sure you can't because the last hit is -10. I will test that though. That was actually really stupid. What I'm going to do is block. Because that's -10. That's a punish. So you can't. Unless they change the frame data, or, like I said, put her in switch if you hold forward. That would be crazy, but if that's not the case, then you just dick jab after back 1, 2, 4, and you beat everything. Because crouch dash doesn't have an option to beat it. Yeah, no, that's correct. I had no idea that you could just dick jab through that. That's pretty useless. But honestly, that enforces my opinion even more that she'll go into switch, because crouch dash will have no option to beat dick jab. Just that, without going to crouch dash, doesn't beat dick jab, and it's a punish if you don't do anything. So switch is the only way that that move will not be useless. Pretty sure she'll go into switch. Yeah, see, that's only if the frame data matches up, but considering it's already punishable, I really doubt that you'd have the time between them blocking back 1, 2, 4 and going into while standing for, you know, that would be, if that beat dick jab, then you would have better frame data on that than doing 3, 2 forward, down forward, forward, down forward 4 forward, 1, 2, 4 forward, and pretty much every other entry into crouch dash, because like every other entry, if they block the entry, you you can't, they can just dick jab. And so if I do that, that's probably got the most frame data, the most frame advantage anyway. Okay, that beats it, but that's way better than a blocked entry. So that beats it, and the answer is 3-2, because that will counter hit it. 3-2 will counter hit the dick jab, but it seems like back 1, 2, 4, 4 doesn't have that option unless she goes into switch and it has similar frame data to down forward 4. Once you're in switch, consider it. Anyway, that's enough mulling about that. It's a read I'm making. It would be cool. Alright, this one. Where you can while standing forward instantly. But yeah, but that's the same as going in from switch. I don't know. I've made my prediction. We'll see. This one's cool. So this one's like a weird move that has pretty good damage. Excuse me. Decent damage. So it's like 59 damage. That's another pickup. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Anyway. That would be a pretty high damage launcher if she could do forward 3 after it. She already can. Okay. At most ranges, you can't get forward 3. If you're right in their face, it looks like you can. Against Josie, anyway. So, I think it would be a lot more useful if, even at long range, you could hit the forward 3. Because that would make it a really high damage, safe high launcher. Which would be cool. I don't know what its tracking is like. I'm going to test its tracking. Whoa. I already did. Did I fuck that up somehow by going too fast? Cool. I think I went too fast. Okay, so that doesn't track already. Maybe it tracks the other way. Yeah, it tracks the other way. You can still sidewalk it at +4. +4? No, yeah, +4. So you can still sidewalk it at really good plus frames. So it's whatever. I don't know. Maybe just throw it out sometimes. Depends what the damage increase is like. Might not be that useful. We will see. Alright. This now high crushes. That's ridiculous. So, yeah. Doing that will just high crush for like 1,000,000 years. 1, 2. You'll high crush for like 2 seconds. You can go under jabs with that, and fucking that, and this, and that, and even this, and fucking... Jeez. That would be pretty crazy. No, it actually didn't. It didn't do a full high crush. Yeah, it was just evasive. It went sort of underneath a lot of highs, but I don't know. That would be an interesting change for the Mishima matchup, because at the moment she doesn't have a lot of great options against electric, because her sidestep's not too bad, but compared to Lily, Lisa, she has a hard time. Excuse me. Anyway, so this is now safe. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because that's safe and that's safe. So I'm pretty sure they're talking about sway back 1. Pushback is decreased. Blah blah blah. Might be cool. Opponent reaction changed on hit. I don't know what this means, to be honest. What'd they nerf? Down forward 2? That's whatever. So yeah, I don't know what this means. It might be the hold back knockdown. I think that might be what it is. Because just throwing this out is really safe, it's really silly. So if it stops launching, that would be interesting, and I wouldn't really complain that much, if at all. So that is, the new move is Bruce's like up forward 2 or up forward 1 or something. Cool. Not bad. That's fine. Some people have said, excuse me, some people have said it might be like plus on block That would be interesting. I don't personally think it will be. That would be cool, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've sort of already made up my mind that it's just going to be a floor break combo. So hang on, let me switch stages here, because I have an example, a good example on Forgotten Realm to talk about here.
Get ready for the next battle.
So at the moment, if you're at the wall, like on the short end, so like if your back is to the wall, sort of in this direction, you do not get a great combo. So if I just go stand, restart wall, and then switch, that should give me, yep. So if my memory serves me correctly, you can't get to the other wall. You just miss it. That's her bread and butter. You can sort of get there by doing this combo. So that kind of works. That's alright. That's a lot of damage. But in my opinion, I believe they are trying to fix this problem. Possibly because they don't know about that extra wall distance combo. Because at the moment, sort of in that position, her wall combo is that. Her floor break combo is that, rather. And in my opinion, I believe they want us to do something else, which is down forward 2, that, and then do this into the floor break. Because straight away from there, you can then wall splat, possibly while standing 3, into a high wall splat, forward 1+2, staple wall combo. Don't know if that would do more damage than the one I just showed you, but I think that's what they want. I think that's what they want. Just to have a better option than just doing down 2. Even though that did get a damage buff, I think they want us to use that new move to floor break. It would be very interesting if it was plus frames. It would be cool, but I don't think they'll do it, personally. So, next one, Wall Rising 2. This has got a bit of confusion around it. And I'm going to... I said it before with the other move, the back 1-1. Hang on a sec. So, all this is, with while standing 2, is that if you just do that, it's not punishable, it's -9. Unless, like, maybe Yoshi can flash it. That's probably it. So that's now safe in most situations. And if you hit it, rather than it being neutral, you're +2. That's alright, cool. The big problem that people have been having is with this one. Move comes out 1 frame slower. A lot of people think that this means that this is now 14 frame launcher. I don't think it is, and I explained it before with the back 1-1. It already told us what the changes were for this. What it's telling us the changes for are the 1 part of it, not the while standing 2, but that. I highly doubt that it coming out 1 frame slower will make it not NC, but what it might do is it might make it not jail anymore. I'm not sure if that's a frame thing, or if jailing is a sort of option that they just put on a move to say, yeah, this one jails. It might be frame data related, or it might just be a setting that they put on. Either way, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to change it unless it actually changes something. I really, really doubt that they would make that not NC. But I'm pretty sure they would want to fix the problem that a lot of people have had with that move, which is that it doesn't jail anymore. Yig still tries to duck it. Shotokan, who doesn't even play anymore, still tries to duck it. Who else tries to duck it? Colin tried to duck it for like a year. No, I'm 100% sure it's not 14 frames. I am like 90% sure it means that it will stop jailing. It will not jail anymore. Which is fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I use that move way too randomly anyway. I should be using while standing 1 for the same application. Just like, oh, I'm crouching, I'm going to try and catch you with while standing 1. It makes it more dangerous to do it against really good players. That's a good point, actually. It doesn't mention it hasn't changed, because are there any other characters where it says this move doesn't jail anymore, or this move does jail now? Do you know of any of those? Oh, don't worry, you can. Okay, so Raven's patch notes say something doesn't jail anymore, or the other way around. So maybe this is just a worthless change. I don't know. Because it doesn't talk about increasing the hit window, or the window to push the button, because that's something they've talked about in other moves. They've said the window to do this move is now bigger. That means that you can like delay it more, or you can't delay it as much. I know it is referring to the second hit, but what I don't understand is why they would decrease the second hit by 1 frame if it didn't actually change something tangible. Because if they only change it by 1 frame, it's not even a perceivable speed difference. So I doubt it, because it doesn't say that the window to hit the actual move has changed. So I think the actual time that you have to push the buttons in is the same. It's just that the second hit comes out slower. And to be honest, I honestly can't come up with any explanation that makes sense more than it doesn't jail anymore. Once again, we'll find out. Now this one. This next one, this is the last change, and it is my absolute favorite because I missed this. I missed while standing mix-ups with this character. In 7.0, this character was while standing mix-ups all day because this was a while standing normal hit launcher. This was still not that great, but if you get people to duck, that fucking ruined people. Now you sort of get a hard crouch dash 3, or you get a wall splat, which was also good. The big problem is that this is only +1. That is, it does a nice, not bad chunk of damage, but at +1, you're kind of just stuck like jabbing to stop people from pushing buttons, or you're pretty much sort of in the same situation as a long-range down 4. And that's fine for down 4. Like, I don't want a great situation off down 4. I want to just have that minor advantage, and still have holes for them to exploit, because it's fucking safe, it's fast. Well, it's not safe, but it's -10. It's not -11. Everyone's missing the punishes. To me, that bad situation, well, not bad, but to me, that low reward frame advantage is fine for this move, for the reasons I just gave you. But for this move, you risk a launch against almost all the cast. I know it's rude, it's fine, it's in my blood, I'm English. My parents are from Newcastle, we swear all the time. Anyway. Yeah, like I said, that's great. +1 for that is great. +1 for this is not great, in my opinion. So I didn't use it that much. It wasn't like, oh, Josie sucks, this move sucks, so Josie sucks. Nothing to do with that. It's just that in Tekken 7.0, this move made her. It made her. It made her so good, despite the fact this wasn't great. And the nerf to this completely changed her playstyle from setting up this at all times, which was kind of cool, into just that. That kind of sums up her current game plan. That summed up her 7.0 game plan. This is her FR game plan. So, why didn't that hit? That should hit. Anyway, big change. It's not even showing on the screen. Nice. Let's change that. +7 on hit. That is awesome. So I don't know what it means by opponent reaction on hit changed. The fact that it says that it's now +7 means that don't know what it means. to be honest. Who knows? I personally believe it's just going to be an animation change. When Dragunov does down 2 and it hits counter hit, they do like, they hold their shin, because they go like hitting the shin, which is like, I don't know what the point is, but either way, I think that might be what it means, because I have sort of guessed that the same words for Ling meant that it might knock down, because there was no frame data changes announced in that line where it said the same thing for Ling's back turn down 4. But for this one, it specifically says that it's changed from +1 to +7. If it's now +7, it can't mean that they not get knocked down. So I'm pretty sure that just means that it's going to be the new Shin animation. It's an animation change. People are going to hate us. I think people are just going to hate us because she's fucking crazy and these buffs are amazing. Nah, no way. Because like I said, it says the same thing here. It says the exact same line. Opponent reaction on hit changed. That's not gonna fucking launch on normal hit. That's not gonna launch on normal hit, I can tell you that. Especially if it says it's +7. Anyway, +7. Awesome. Awesome. That means, if they try and step you, you can do that into... You can do this into this, right? And the only answer to it is to hard read and crouch. They can't step at that. They can't jab at that, because that will beat jabs and counter hit them for a launch. Oh, that is crazy. And like, you can even do this, or like, depending on how far away you are, you can instantly go into that. That is nuts. You get more frame advantage from that low than you do from forward 3. That is going to be amazing. And then they're going to be way more scared of that move. So we are going to crouch dash 3 the shit out of them. That is going to be nuts. And yeah, they'll want that block. They'll either, there's two things that they can do, and that is, number one, they see you crash and they're like, I gotta hit buttons, I gotta down forward 1. Yes, it's a counter hit launch now. I'll show it again. Where are we? Close the screw on counter hit. It's crazy. So number one, people are going to do one or two things. They're going to see you crouching, and they're either going to stop and block low, in which case you have a safe mid into that if you're good. I actually hit this more in real matches than I do in practice, which is really funny. And the other answer that people have, which is probably way more common, especially at low ranks, is that they see you doing it and they're just like, I'm going to do a mid, I got to do a mid, I got to do a mid, I got to stop her from doing it, or I'm going to hop kick. I'm going to do something, I got to push buttons, I got to push buttons. But it's not really a bad answer. But, if you think they're going to do that, just get their timing, and they're done for. At the wall, that's going to be so insane. Instantly. Bam, bam, bam. They're not going to know what's going to hit them. It is going to be crazy. So, to sum up what we've got, her Rage Oki, her Rage Art Oki, is not going to be a thing anymore. Because it is really silly. 1, 2, 3 is going to do something. Switch 1 will do more damage. Switch 3 is now way safer. And is way better on hit. What do you mean now? She is a dishonest character. They're just like, she has to be honest sometimes. We don't want that. That's going to do something on counter hit, the second hit. That's going to launch on counter hit. Where are we? Oh god. Fucking Forgotten Realm. That is exactly the same. Don't know why they even put that in there. This no longer will track as well. Probably Crouch Dash 3 into Down Forward 2 won't track the correct step anymore. So you'll have to use Down Forward 1, 2, or Forward, Forward 4. Not that. Forward, Forward 4. Oh no, I'm slowing down. Power Crush now does a bit more damage. That is going to do something on counter hit and do more damage. That is going to be slightly safer on block and probably going to be easier to counter hit launch. Do the follow-up. That is going to do something different. Don't know what. That is going to be slightly nerfed. That is going to be buffed. This is going to wall bounce. Doing that into holding forward is going to do either crouch dash or switch stance. I think it's going to be switch stance. Not next. That is going to be a bit worse. Whatever. This is going to be slightly buffed. We'll see how that works out. That is going to now high crush, which means you can do that for a constant high crush. Like 2 seconds of high crush. That is now going to be safe and going to push back less so it's easier to follow up on. That is going to do something different. I believe it's not going to launch anymore. She's going to have a new crouch dash move, which may or may not be plus on block. I think it's just going to be a floor break. While Rising 2 is going to be slightly buffed. While Standing 2-1 is going to come out 1 frame slower. Not the first move, just the second hit is going to come out 1 frame slower, which may mean it does not jail anymore. We'll have to wait and see. And finally, that is now +7 on hit. So the big differences are going to be more crouch dash, more hopefully switch, or that might just continue to be useless. Possibly more of this. Probably more of this, to be honest, because it's even with a perfect dash, this is still like 17, 18 if you account for the inputs you do. Very quick, just anti-step measure. If they push a button, they get launched. More crushing, as if she needed more crushing, but whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's gonna be, this is gonna be safer as well. More Switch 3. Fucking holy hell. So, this is streaming on YouTube right now, and I will edit it to make it a standalone video. If you're watching on YouTube, hello. So, that's pretty much it. I was just going to play some ranked now, so... Holy crap, this was an hour. Oh my god, what am I doing all my life? So the stream is live on YouTube, it'll be auto-saved, and I'll cut it into its own video, so you can all go back and watch it if you want to see it again. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go play ranked now. Hello, Itchy. I'm going to go play ranked now. You missed it. You'll have to go back on YouTube if you want to watch it. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you next time. Okay.